It's spooky.
Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to our very first episode of Pastatime.
Woo!
And it's not an episode about where we make pasta, but that would be cool. This is our new thing that we're going to be doing, I guess switching off with story time. So we're going to be switching off. One week will be story times, which are your folks' actual paranormal experiences, true crime experiences, things like that. And then we're going to do this episode, Pasta Time. Pasta Time's where sometimes it'll be maybe stories that we've written or stories you've written and have sent to us that we can share with everyone, or just creepypastas that we grab off the internet that we share with all of you. So welcome to the very first episode of Pasta Time. I love the title, Pasta Time. But yeah, so Adam, why don't you get into things?
I mean, I will also talk about Pasta Time. Sorry, there's some technical difficulties going on because Twitch is being a little bit of a nightmare tonight, and Streamlabs is being a little bit of a nightmare tonight as well. Hopefully, the audio should be fixed, though. I know you guys weren't able to hear the intro song or the background song, so sorry about that. However, the recording for the podcast version of it came through perfectly, so they could barely hear you when we were talking about Pasta Time.
Really?
Yeah, because like I just said, we had a bunch of issues going into that
gotcha.
For whatever reason weren't working, but it seems like they're okay now. So, deep breath. That said, pretty excited. Like Robin mentioned, we are going to be doing this bi-weekly thing where we're going to be going over creepypastas. We're going to be reading them and then discussing them a little bit afterwards. We talked about doing this like way back when you did the Dilatov or Dyatlov past incident. No. It was something else.
No, it
the
was
Russian
the
sleep
Russian
experiment.
sleep experiment.
I get those two mixed up.
And we've done other episodes, so like the Black-Eyed Children, or I did the Staircase in the Woods type thing. But this is us just reading some topics.
Yeah, so a lot of these, I mean, there's so many of these creepypastas, and they're not very long. You know, some of them are incredibly long, some of them are not, but they're kind of fun. So we decided that we've been talking about just doing some bonus content for patrons for a while, and we're definitely still on the board. On the board? That's not a thing. We're still definitely going to be doing that, and when we kept talking about this idea, we're like, do we want to put a paywall behind something like Pasta Time? And we're like, no, we kind of don't. We want to just kind of fucking do it and have fun with it. So we're going to be doing this going forward every other week. And, still send in your stories, your personal stories. And please make sure that those stories are true. Because I think what we're going to be doing going forward is we're going to have an additional email address to be announced very soon for you folks to send in your personal creepypastas. That's something that Robin and I had also talked about. So if you have a I mean, we've had people send in short stories before and been like, this is fiction, so I'm not sure if you want this. And I'm going to be making some updates to the website as well. So hopefully you can have a spot to go there to go to, like some Pastatime spots, and maybe just say like, hey, I love this creepypasta. Maybe you should read it on the show. So
cool.
Stuff like that. We're legitimately brainstorming it as we go, but we're really excited to be adding new stuff into the show. So did you want to go first, or were you saying you wanted me to go first?
I think you'll go first, because I asked you what yours was, and then we started the show. So you go first.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to be going first. So I will be reading the first Pastatime creepypasta ever, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like Robin mentioned, actually I don't think she mentioned this on here, but my first one is a little bit shorter, and I'm really excited to read it. It's called I Sat on the Bus. Not sure if anyone out there has heard this one before.
Hot.
It's I don't know how in the fuck that sounds hot to you, but apparently sitting on a school bus sounds hot. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Starts out like this, with Robin smacking her ring against the table like always.
I just noticed
marking it to take it out.
I have a snag on my nail, and I was just like, what the hell?
This happens all the time when we record. You guys normally don't see it because she's usually like really taking care of her nails before the show, but we have this interruption a lot of times during the regular episode recordings, and I just read through it because you guys can't see it. So do you want me to wait, or do you want to go ahead and trim your nail?
Do you have a nail cutter in your drawer?
I do not.
Do you have a nail file in your drawer?
I don't have any nail manicure stuff anywhere around here.
I was going to use scissors. No, it's fine. I can wait.
Okay, cool. I'm going to read mine, and then after we do this, you can take a break and go grab your stuff. So, all right, here we go. I sat on the bus on my way to school.
Sounds hot.
I hate you so much, dude. Listening to music and paying little to no attention to the other students. At one of the stops, my mind snapped back to reality.
Well, there goes gravity.
I knew, and this is the nice thing. This is the nice thing about doing creepypastas. We can pre-read these. This is the first time where we can read beforehand what we're going to put on the show. And when I read that, I was like, I guarantee you Robin interrupts me. Like 100%. 100. I looked towards the small house. Tommy's house, I thought. A hand slipped through the drapes of the window and waved the bus driver to move on. He's sick, I thought, paying no large amount of attention to the situation. The day flew by. I watched the local news channel after school, and what I heard paralyzed me. Tommy's entire family was murdered that day by an unknown suspect.
Okay. So it's like Tommy murdered his whole family.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if that's how you want to take it, sure. But what the whole point of this is, at this point, what I thought was like, okay, well, if anyone would have done anything right then and there, they might have prevented this whole family from being murdered. Because the hand that waved them on may not have been, or there could have been an assailant in the house.
Tommy's hand.
No, it just said a hand. Didn't say
gotcha.
Tommy's hand. So making a lot of assumptions over there.
Sorry. Go on.
All right. After hearing this news, I moved back up to my room and quietly fell asleep. The next day, I sat on the bus. We drove past Tommy's house, and the bus driver, unaware of Tommy's family's fate, stopped at his home. As I was about to get up and explain to her what had happened, something caught my eye. A pale hand slipped through the drapes of the window and waved the bus to move on. I sat on the bus, terrified.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was like, yep, that's fucking good. Putting that on the show. And that's it.
So it's like someone's still there even after murdering the entire family.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's the same hand who was there before when people didn't realize that the family had been murdered. So it's like, this is just sort of the type of creepypasta that just makes me want to write about it, because there's so many questions. You're like, who the fuck was the hand? When was the hand there? What took place behind the curtains?
Well, it's like the stories where people are living in people's houses and you don't know that they're just living in your house. Like, I think maybe I've covered it before where people have had... they found these places,
squatters or whatever,
in their house where it's like they see makeshift beds and all this stuff that's been in a hidden area of their home, and that's what this kind of makes me think about. Is just someone was squatting in their house and decided to murder them all and is still living there. It's
just really, really creepy, It's like maybe the family was already dead and this is like a ghost hand waving them on. It's just, you can take the story so many different ways. But I really enjoyed this one, and I had never really read creepypastas until you told me that they existed. And even then I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. But now I do. They're fictional stories based out of horror, and they're pretty cool. So I Sat on the Bus as our first one, and that was by Isaac Cook. So good stuff, Isaac, and good start to Pastatime number 1.
Cool.
All right, let's look over into Stream Chat, see what you wonderful folks had to say aside from what the fuck's wrong with the audio. And go from there. Going to give some shout outs really fast. And there are quite a few. Shout out to Glitchgrim, who resubscribed for the 20th month. Says, woo! I made it out. Oh my god, it just bounced away from me because something else just happened. I made it out so far. LOL. Baby Me resubscribed for the 6th month using Prime Gaming. Cursed Wolf resubscribed for the 27th month and said, yeah! At least that's how I read it.
Yeah.
Laura Ann 588 resubscribed using Prime Gaming for the 18th month. Tiny Dancer Nation resubscribed with their own monies for the 6th month in a row, 6-month total, and said, woo! Tiny Dancer Nation gifted a sub to Kayla Ray Reeds. It's Kayla Ray Reeds' 3rd month, so thank you so much, Tiny Dancer Nation, for gifting it. Captain Fake Eye sent in 1,000 bits. Thank you so much, Captain Fake Eye. That goes on to the Monkey Tail Beard goal, even though it didn't show up on the progress because it'll only do bits or dollars, and it's just set to dollars. So that will put us up to, I think, 112.
Well, did you add the 25 from this past game stream?
I'm pretty sure. If not, then we're higher than that. I don't know if we got 25 in bits, did we?
No, well, it's from Liz. I don't know.
No, we got dollars, so that definitely got added on.
And then, scroll down again. Right, scroll one more time. Right there, 10,000, 1,000 bits. So that has to be added too. So there's a bunch of stuff we'll add on.
I wasn't here for part of the game stream on Saturday, so there were donations that were made apparently that I did not understand needed to be added on there. So actually, it's $14 more on there.
Yeah,
so $14.24. We're at $126 right now.
Woo! That's great.
So we're $74 away from me shaving my facial hair. I told my boss about this today, by the way.
What did he say?
He just laughed his ass off. He's like, are you going to keep it for like a day? I was like, I might. He's like, what happens if you get the gold donation and you have to present? I was like, then I'm going to look like a fucking asshole, Bill. Like, that's just going to happen.
So it's going to go like this, right? All the way around.
I think I'm going to go from the right-hand side and go around. And then it's basically like, it'll be a goatee that has like a chunk taken out of it that like loops the chin strap all the way up.
This part off, right?
And this whole part will be shaved off, yeah. 100.
I'm excited.
Shout out to Captain Fake who donated another 500 bits. Also, shout out to this great coaster who resubscribed using Prime Gaming for 14 months.
Do you want me to write these down?
Y'all are amazing. No, I have the log right there, and I can just scroll back through them. So it's not necessary to write them down. Also, we had drink redeemed by Captain Fake Eye, so thank you so much for that.
Well, hype trains, thank you guys so much. We're 76% to
we're at
the
level
next
3.
level.
You guys are
killing
it over there.
I mean, if you guys want to keep subbing or what other
subbing
things?
Or bits? I think bits and subbing is what keeps the hype train going.
All right, so what I'm going to do today for my drink is I actually went and bought Yakult at the Asian market on Friday. And I have my soju, so I'm going to actually mix like actual stuff with the soju so that it's actually tastes like it.
Actually. I am actually going to drink a Leinenkugel Summer Shandy.
Is that the last one?
No. We have no more Berry Weiss, but we do have Summer Shandy. Shout out to Ginseng Joe, who just donated 100 bits to keep the train a-rolling. We appreciate that so much. So, just one thing I want to say before we get into the stream chat. When it comes to a few things related to technical difficulties, just so you all are aware, if it's microphone stuff, like you can't hear us, or it sounds garbled, or it sounds really weird, that's on our end, and that is totally something I can fix. What has basically happened in that case is, for whatever reason, even though this thing has been adjusted to take these microphones and to have the sound come through it, it's actually picking up our streaming microphone, which is, the one that we have that has the emojis on it for Saturday streams. And we usually have it in front of our face, which is not here. It's like on the floor over here. So basically you're listening through a microphone that's by our feet. Or you're listening to lapel mics that are like just off to the side down here. So it's just the wrong input, and I can switch that super easy. If it's quiet or really loud, it's because the gain levels for each microphone that we have to be adjusted individually, and the gain level was set to the microphone on the floor. So even though when I finally switched it to the correct microphones, it was way too fucking quiet, and then I had to change that. So those are things on our end. Shout out to Tiny Dancer Nation
for donating 1,000 bits. I love everyone's biddies right now. Show us your biddies.
Wow. That needs to be an emote. So when it comes to shit like that, you know what? We will get it fixed as soon as we notate it. As soon as we noticed it, I looked and I saw donate. ASB Bunny says, wait, how to be donate cash dollar? If you scroll down, there's a button that says donate.
Yeah.
On the panels underneath.
And you just click that and it takes you to the window and
to process a donation.
All right.
Shout out to Captain Fake who just redeemed a high five.
Oh, wait, we got to drink, too.
We do have to drink. Cheers.
Okay, I hope this tastes good. I mean, I love Yakult by itself, so I don't know.
Summer Shandy is just hitting the spot tonight. Okay, so that's technical difficulties part 1.
So good. So good. Get it? Soju.
Got
so
it.
good.
Technical difficulties part 2 is if you go to the stream and it says the download has been canceled, if you can hear us but you can't see us and it's black screen, or if it starts playing a different day's broadcast, that is Twitch. That is Twitch for whatever reason not showing the broadcast properly. That happens to me when I watch other people too. It started happening in the last couple weeks. Shout out to Sacred Infinity.
Thank you so
for
much.
donating 500 bits. All you have to do is close your browser and reopen it, or just click refresh in most cases.
CJ also says hello to my 2 favorite people.
Scary boss
Scary
emoji.
boss.
Thank you so much, bro.
We miss you guys.
We hope
You and
you're
Brittany.
safe and warm. I know that you guys have gone through winters before, but our friends in Texas, though, getting hammered right now. So it's pretty normal here in Vegas. It's like, 65, 70 degrees out today. So it's actually been really warm in the house, too. But yeah, I can always tell. This is how I always diagnose issues when it comes to the broadcast. Is the issue happening on Twitch and YouTube? Because we stream to a single spot, and that spot splits it and sends it to Twitch and sends it to YouTube. So if I don't see any packets being lost, and I don't see any packets being lost there, and the stream signal is what it's supposed to be to both of them, and one of them is having an issue and it's not the other, then I always know it's the platform. And just trying to watch Huskers earlier today, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why does it keep going to black screen? So just refresh and you should be okay.
Ginseng Joe says, I'm super fortunate to live in Arizona right now and not be getting any snow. Most of the U.S. is covered in ice. The librarian says, hopefully just one more night of it here in central Texas. Tiny Dance Nation says, my folks in Texas say that it's the first time they've experienced their pipes freezing. What's funny is I have a lot of friends that live in Texas, and family that lives in Texas. And so many of them they have no idea how to handle their pipes freezing. So
it's just never been that cold for them.
Yeah.
Before.
So one of my friends was like, my pipes burst. I don't even know what I'm dealing with. It's 4 degrees outside, or negative 4 degrees or something like that. And inside their house is 49 degrees. I'm like, oh my God, because they have no electricity. It's just nuts.
I had an apartment where I did not have access to the basement, and the landlord was out of town, and we had a sudden cold snap, and they hadn't turned off the water to the outside. And I was just like, well, the pipes are going to freeze. That's just what's going to happen because I can't get down there unless I break the lock. And he messaged me and he asked me, hey, can you just turn the faucet outside on and make sure it's running, just not super, pouring out? Because if you keep water running during a time where the pipes could freeze, it'll typically keep the pipe from freezing because the water's not stagnant. That's why you can see, a glacier that has, a waterfall going through it. That water is still incredibly cold, but the motion can keep it from freezing in a lot of cases. And it was so fucking cold out in Chicago that I had to go outside, and because, the water would be dripping, and it wasn't stopping, but it was creating an icicle, from the faucet itself, and it was creating a pile of ice where it was landing. So I had to
break it.
keep breaking it and knocking it down. And he was gone for 2 days. So I was like, this is a fucking nightmare. And luckily I was just home because it was a blizzard and I wasn't going to go anywhere. And it was the weekend. But that's one of the tricks that I learned when I was younger. But aside from that, it's always just turn the water off to your outside pipes. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy.
Shout out to ASB Bunny who just donated $40 and said, get that monkey beard on.
Wait, okay, so now we have to calculate it for sure and do all the stuff because maybe we're at it. Because if we do, hold on, I can't read any of the numbers. So
I can read the numbers if you just read the stream chat.
Okay, cool. You do that then.
Okay.
Spooky Ash says, I moved to Arizona from Texas. My parents still live in Northeast Texas, and I cannot believe the weather. That's thankfully you don't have to deal with it, but that is nuts that your parents are probably sitting there what the fuck are we supposed to do? Yeah, it's funny because I know so many people in Texas, and it's crazy.
So the 1,000 from the script read we already counted because that was during our last live stream. That was 7 days ago, which would put it on last Wednesday. So that does not go on there. However, $4 reduce, $14, $19, $20, $30, $35. There should be an extra $35 on there, which would make it $177. So we're $23 away from me shaving my facial hair to look like an asshole.
So close. Let's see. Da-da-da.
So I do a backlog.
Hailstorm says I love spaghetti. Oh, because pasta. Got it.
So first person in the chat channel was I Am Beef Trainer, followed by I'm What's for Dinner. So thank you so much for joining us. Says, hey, hoping all are safe and warm during this weird winter storm. That was I'm Beef Trainer. And I'm Western says, time to get my weekly dose of hot, steamy spook. Sounds hot and gross all at once.
What's funny is Adam was taking a poop earlier, and I was on the phone with him, and I just like to be the creepiest person and say like the weirdest things, and he's just like, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I don't want to talk about this. Like, I just want to stay on the phone with you to be romantic, but this is getting really unromantic real quick.
Dana Cake says, I only accept pasta in its creepy form. I'm really glad you guys are totally cool with the whole
Pastatime.
Yeah, Pastatime thing. Ginseng Joe says, yo, this is a historical moment. We are the first to consume this amazing Pastatime segment. You guys really are.
You are indeed. I'm going to read off some of the chat that we had prior to us jumping online. Cursed Wolf said, woo, when they joined along with Laura Ann. Amelia P says, woo, what up, Spooky Fam? Space Churro over there in YouTube made an angry face and said, sorry. It's okay. It's okay. You can get angry every now and then.
Angry at what?
Just an angry face.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Lil Boy is also here on YouTube. Laura Ann, Danu Cakes, Ginseng Joe, Spooky Ash. Lots of folks have joined us.
Thank you so much, Captain Fake Eye, for donating $23. And it says, shave that beard, Adam.
All right. We have made it. We have reached the mountaintop.
I can't wait to see you fucking shave your beard. When are you going to do it?
I'll probably do it right after this.
Are you going to post pictures on Insta?
Yeah. Should we do a story or should we do a YouTube video?
I think you should just do a story. It's not enough to do a YouTube video.
Some YouTube videos are like 3 minutes long, so
I would say I post a picture definitely of it being
I'll post
done.
a bunch of progress pics, then I'll post a picture of it being done, and I have like 2 meetings tomorrow. Here's the thing though. Wait, hang on. Pause. Let's press pause on this. So the idea behind this is I'm going to do the beard and then be on live for it, so be on Wednesday.
Oh, so you're gonna do it next Tuesday?
So I should either do it next Tuesday,
it's not like we do anything Tuesday night.
I'm just trying to think if I'm going anywhere, because wouldn't it be funny to wear a tail beard? This is what I want to do. Okay, I'll be upfront with you. I would prefer to just fucking shave it tonight and keep it until next Wednesday. That would be hysterical to me. And just go through my week wearing my fucking monkey beard on my face.
Are you just going to go out and just like put Instagram stories like going to Costco?
What I don't want to do, I'd wear a mask. No one would ever notice.
Oh, yeah.
But what I don't want to do is shave again. Because I will have to shave again because I'll have the fucking stubble growing back in on my neck by the time we get to the show. So I might just fucking shave it and say fuck it. And then I can have the stubble and then the monkey beard around it. So, yeah, I would look like a severe asshole in a lot of meetings. So it'll definitely happen now, though. So thank you so much to Captain Fake Eye for the donation. Thank you so much,
everybody, for donating and making
putting this over the top
possible. Okay.
Guys are amazing. All right. Appreciate all of you.
I was says, Adam, I was offended when you said strap in during your topic rather than strap on.
It was a trip of the tongue. I didn't say it the proper way. Lots of folks.
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say lots of folks talking about the stream not working properly over there on Twitch. They got it working after they reloaded. And then just talking about how fucking cold it is and the battles that were going on. Vivian says that they're here, but they're not going to be very attentive because they're working on something right now. No big deal. Tiffany says, hi, what up, Tiffany? Thank you for joining us.
Hailstorm says, mom spaghetti, knees weak, arms are heavy. Probably because I did that part of the song.
Oop, there goes gravity.
Yeah. La, 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 la.
Vivian said, I wonder what kind of pasta. I prefer angel hair. Angel hair is my favorite type of pasta. It's so fucking good.
I like the
rotinis.
No, they're the one that I make sometimes. That it's like it is spiraled like rotini, but it's thicker and thinner. Like the actual tube is thinner, but the noodle itself is thick.
I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah. There's a lot of different types of pasta.
I don't know what it's called.
I truly love them all. When it comes to just a straight noodle, though, I like angel hair the best. Thin spaghetti next, then spaghetti. My least favorite is fettuccine. I don't like the flat noodles. What?
These weak arms are heavy.
I hate you so much.
I just love pasta in general. Really. Like ravioli, tortellini, yep. I just love pasta.
Winter Solier says, I remember creepypastas used to be the thing. It's so funny because by the time I discovered them, it's like no one even cared about them anymore. So we're bringing it back, goddammit.
Captain Fake Eye says, what the fuck the scariest thing if someone else is living in your house? Hell yeah.
Home invasions fuck with me, dude. I won't watch horror movies that are home invasions because I just can't. I can't deal with that shit. The idea of someone trying to break into your house and like refusing to leave. Like I have had confrontations where I threw people out of my house, and anyone who's ever been like, I'm not going, has been punched in the face and thrown out of my house. So like the idea of someone coming in there with like a gun being like, I'm the homeowner now, bitch. I don't deal well with it.
ASB Bunny says, "How dare you, Adam? Missing my resub. Shame."
Who said it?
ASB Bunny. Did you?
I don't think I missed the resub.
Oh, it's right there. It says.
Shout out to ASB Bunny for resubscribing for the 18th month using Prime Gaming. It says 18 month sub anniversary on such a special stream. Heart you.
Aw.
Thank you so much.
Let's see.
I apologize.
The
so
Great
much.
Coast sub too.
Also, I called that one out.
Oh, you did? Okay.
No, I didn't. I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened, okay? Also, Captain Fake Eye gifted a sub to the Robin Grace, and it's the Robin Grace's 10th month, so that's cool.
Woo woo. Let's see. I love all the emotes people get from trains. They're so cool.
They are cool.
So glad Sacred Infinity joined us. It's so cool. We have not seen you in forever. I wonder, do you still stream?
He does every now and then.
Yeah?
I'll pop in there and I'll just bullshit with him. He'll be streaming League of Legends usually. Christina over there in YouTube says, "Hi all, what up, Christina? Thank you for joining us." Vivian said, "I scrolled past it. I don't know if I actually read it. I'm mostly excited for pasta time, but a part of me is a little bummed y'all aren't eating pasta." I have rice. That doesn't count, but I have rice right next to me. It was my dinner that I ate for like 6 seconds before we went live.
What's for dinner says, "Gonna be kind of quiet tonight. Trying to regain a lot of regain a lot of progress on ACNH after Animal Crossing New Horizons after losing all my progress when I upgraded from Switch Lite to full Switch. That is crazy that you can't transfer the data."
I think if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you can do cloud saves. I'm not sure how the fuck they work though. It's always been such a horribly complicated process to switch systems if you have a handheld. I remember when they used to do like 3DS or DS transfers, people used to come into GameStop like, "Can you do it for us?" And we would literally have to look up all the steps and be like, "Yeah, sure."
911 girl says, "Just found out my second vaccination appointment's been postponed due to a shipping delay, probably because of the weather."
Boo.
That sucks. But hopefully it doesn't affect things too much and it's only postponed for a couple days.
Vivian says, "Okay, time to take a break from painting and submit a delicious creepypasta. I will I'm going to make a email address called pastatime@storytime.com or something, or pastatime@scaryish.com.
Yeah.
So that people can send their creepypastas, and we don't mix them up with people's actual stories because I want to definitely keep those two things separate.
Yeah, they're going to be definitely separate. Captain Fake Eye says, "I need to see those progress pics 100%.
Oh, yeah. You'll get them.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do it.
And
I'm
you know
going to
what?
look
Whenever
like such an ass. I have to look at all the meetings I have and see which ones I'm just like mortified
just
to
wear
do
a
it for.
mask.
Just wear a mask. I can just do is have my camera off. I'll just be like, my camera broke. And then my boss will be like, "You're full of shit, Adam. Show us that monkey tail beard." Christina says, "Your outfit looks super cute, Robin."
Oh, thank you.
And then they say, "Your outfit looks cute too, Adam. LOL." I read it like that. I don't think it was as enthusiastic as with you. She always looks amazing. Tiffany says, "Love you guys." We love you too, Tiffany. Thank you for
Glitch
saying that.
says, "I watched Robin dance in the snow yesterday again on YouTube." That's funny. God.
Space Tro did it's two emojis. It says from one to the other, and it's like a bearded man and then a baby.
Oh my God.
Man, after I get done with the fucking monkey tail beard, I'll have to shave again and be facial hairless, which is like my least favorite thing in the world.
I am Beef Trainer says, "I vote for Adam shaving in the monkey beard next Wednesday morning for the best effect, or shave during the stream." Nah.
That would just, it's a process.
It takes too long.
I'm very careful
it's
with my
way
shaving.
Too long. But it would be a good advertisement for Manscaped.
Oh, it would be a good. I'm totally going to use this right here when it comes to trimming my beard up. Booyah. Free advertising, Manscaped. Look at that headlight. I'm going to do it in the fucking dark. Not really. Sometimes your creeks and crevices are dark. Just saying.
Quacklope says, "Rice noodles." So much chat.
And once again, it says, "Angel hair if I'm doing a red sauce linguine if it's a white sauce." I absolutely love chicken scampi, which is a white sauce, in angel hair pasta. I think it's perfect.
This great co says, "I'm listening to 2020 summer episodes. I backlogged so I could binge, and Robin just said strap on for the first time."
Vivian says, "I like the bow ties. Bow ties are really good. We make a killer bow tie shrimp pasta. I like the bow ties, but yes, Adam, angel hair is just..." She put chef's kiss. I just figured that's what it is.
Scroll. Sacred Infinity says, "All good over here. It's been a lot of snow quickly, but my state is way more prepared than most. I do have a crazy story about a car accident I saw the other day." Ooh. Tell us later.
Hopefully people didn't get hurt. Car accidents can be super serial.
Okay. There's so much chat. I'm just going to get into my first story here.
Hang on. There's been more drinks redeemed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm scrolling back through to see the redemptions. All right. Okay, it's just one more drink. Captain Fake, I did the first one. Glitch did the second one. And then I think we already did the high five. I think we might have missed. We'll do another high five just in case. Booyah.
Oh, there were 2 drinks redeemed?
Yeah.
Oh, I only did one so far.
I know. That's what I just said.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Pew.
Oh, dude, you have a chip on that.
Yeah, remember I dropped a glass on it and it chipped off a piece of the paint?
I did not realize it was that one. So don't forget, we do have stretch goals, by the way. If you type in !goals, you can see what else we will do at the $250 and $300 level in case folks would still like to donate between now and the end of the month. I think $250 will be a free giveaway for a mug, and then $300 will be an extra stream, and I will probably stream The Medium, which is a new horror game that just came out that I have on PC that I have not fired up yet. So fun stuff. That is my idea for the bonus stream. If we think it's something better, we could do that too. But yeah, you will get an extra stream if we hit 300. So fun in the sun. Hey. Okay, I'm going to mark it, and then you can get into your first creepypasta of Pastatime ever.
Alrighty, so my first story here is, the two of my stories are going to be pretty popular in the creepypasta universe, I guess. And this one is called Gateway of the Mind.
That's pretty awesome.
Alright, so it goes. In 1983, a team of deeply pious scientists... Hold on.
Wow, starting out great. Marking it.
Hold on. I can also, I'm going to get my glasses. I can't.
I was going to say, you need your
words are so little.
corrective lenses over there. Please don't bump the camera. Okay, good. Yeah, it was funny, man. Before we got going, I was like, everything is being difficult today. I'm having technical difficulties all the way around in every program. Marbles on Stream didn't want to work when I was testing that, and then I tested everything like 3 times, finally got it working. I was like, if something...
huge.
Yeah, it does. I was like, if something breaks, I'm going to be pissed. And then as soon as we went live, I was like, none of the fucking sound is working. God damn it. And I just refuse to stop the stream and start it back up if I don't absolutely have to. So
All right. I got to get comfy since it's long.
This is that content you tune in for, folks.
All right. In 1983, a team of deeply pious scientists conducted a radical experiment in an undisclosed facility. The scientists had theorized that a human without access to any senses or ways to perceive stimuli would be able to perceive the presence of God. They believed that the 5 senses clouded our awareness of eternity, and without them, a human could actually establish contact with God by thought.
I have totally read studies and seen studies done of people putting into
and it makes them see angels, right?
Yeah, or they have like an experience where they're
divinity.
They realized a way that they could simulate like brain activity when people would think that they had some sort of religious experience. Yes. And after they put someone through like this different like form of like sensory, it's not even sensory deprivation, it's like a weird sensory overload that they would put them through. They would be like, I seriously felt like God was in the room with me.
Yeah.
And it happened all the time. So this is kind of based in reality, and I'm already a little creeped out.
An elderly man who claimed to have, quote unquote, nothing left to live for was the only test subject to volunteer. To purge him of all his senses? To purge him of all his senses, the scientists perform a complex operation in which every sensory nerve connection to the brain was surgically severed. That's fucking nuts.
Sounds awful.
Although the test subject retained full muscular function, he could not see, hear, taste, smell, or feel. With no possible way to communicate with or even sense the outside world, he was alone with his thoughts. Scientists monitored him as he spoke aloud about his state of mind in jumbled, slurred sentences that he couldn't even hear. After 4 days, the man claimed to be hearing hushed, unintelligible voices in his head. Assuming it was an onset of psychosis, the scientists paid little attention to the man's concerns. 2 days later, the man cried that he could hear his dead wife speaking with him, and even more, he could communicate back. The scientists were intrigued, but were not convinced until the subject started naming dead relatives of the scientists.
Wow.
He repeated personal information to the scientists that only their dead spouses and parents would have known. At this point, a sizable portion of scientists left the study. I would too. Fuck that. After a week of conversing with the deceased through his thoughts, the subject became distressed, saying the voices were overwhelming. In every waking moment, his consciousness was bombarded by hundreds of voices that refused to leave him alone. He frequently threw himself against the wall, trying to elicit a pain response. He begged the scientists for sedatives so he could escape the voices by sleeping. This tactic worked for 3 days until he started having severe night terrors. The subject repeatedly said that he could see and hear the deceased in his dreams. Only a day later, the subject began to scream and claw at his non-functional eyes, hoping to sense something in the physical world. The hysterical subject now said the voices of the dead were deafening and hostile, speaking of hell and the end of the world. At one point, he yelled, quote-unquote, "No heaven, no forgiveness," for 5 hours straight. He continually begged to be killed, but the scientists were convinced that he was close to establishing contact with God. After another day, the subject could no longer form coherent sentences. Seemingly mad, he started to bite off chunks of flesh from his arm.
Gross.
He has no nerves, right? He can't feel it, so he's just fucking doing it.
It's still gross as fuck, dog.
Well, and plus, you can't even. I'm sure he can't tell how hard he's biting either, because you can't feel it.
He's not real. It's gross.
I know. It's just anyway. The scientists rushed into the test chamber and restrained him to a table so he could not kill himself. After a few hours of being tied down, the subject halted his struggling and screaming. He stared blankly at the ceiling as teardrops silently streaked across his face. For 2 weeks, the subject had to be manually rehydrated due to the constant crying. Eventually, he turned his head and, despite his blindness, made focused eye contact with a scientist for the first time in the study. He whispered, quote, "I have spoken with God, and he has abandoned us," end quote, and his vital signs stopped. There was no apparent cause of death.
And that's the end?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like so many times in creepypasta, people really work through some shit like people always tend to do in fiction. That one's really intense. It reminded me of a few different things as they were going through it. Like, it definitely gave me some Event Horizon feels when he's like clawing at his eyes and things like that.
Yeah.
It also just made me wonder, like, if you're really trying to reach God, and this is the way you're going to think to do it, why wouldn't you think that God has better shit to do? You know what I mean? Like, of the one creature that he has created, that, like, you're going to basically disconnect completely from the world by, you know, removing all their senses, which definitely, like, has, like, the feel of ascension, but it's, like, the cheapest version of ascension rather than achieving it through, like, meditation or enlightenment.
Yeah.
You're like, let's just cut off all your fucking nerves. That way you're completely detached from the world. And then, you know, God just shows up. He's like, yeah, I don't like you guys anymore. That's just a theme that I've seen a lot in fiction for a very long time, where like God abandons the world, or God abandons heaven, or whatever. It's like Supernatural. It's been like, not exactly Constantine, but in Constantine he says God is a kid with an ant farm. He doesn't have a plan. Like stuff like that. It's I think people really work through the way they question their faith like that. But like eating hunks of your body out of your, it's just fucking gross. I specifically looked for ones that weren't that gross and they were more creepy. So I feel like you're going to give us a lot of different stuff, so we have different tastes in creepypastas. So
I like
stuff,
the
though.
really weird ones. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy these weird stories, and I think people are incredibly talented to write them. I really enjoy them.
Yeah, it's really well written.
Really cool. Yeah. Cool.
Why'd you pick that one in particular? I know right now we're really trying to nail down the length of the episodes.
I was going to say lengthwise, and it's like when I did the Russian sleep experiment one. I like those weird ones based in science. I think they're really creepy. It's creepier when it has some sort of reality to it,
right?
You know? So, and the fact that these are tests that have actually been done.
Yeah, like we were talking about at the beginning.
It's just...
I mean, mine had some reality to it. I've been on a school bus before. I've waved at people. So,
yeah.
I mean, yours is just a bit more based in reality. So, yeah. Good stuff. All right. That was pasta number 2. We hope you enjoyed it.
I really like the name Pastatime. Tell us what you guys think. If you
we
guys
were like
just
sort of workshopping stuff, and we're just like, the first thing we said was Pastatime, and we're like, what else? And then Robin was just like, yeah, Pastatime works.
Because I was like, let me workshop it. I don't know about Pastatime, and because Adam was saying like, well, we'll probably bring in people that are hoping to see, you know, pasta.
But Because we're just, the only thing that I can do on Twitch is mark it as a talk show, and then, the subject is, people are scrolling by and they see like, oh, a talk show that says Pastatime, and they get on here and we're like, biting chunks of flesh out of their arms. Like, yeah, it's a bummer. Christine over there on YouTube says, I genuinely meant that, Adam, your outfit looks cute too. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I really do want to learn how to make pasta. Anytime we watch Top Chef, and these people make pasta in 30 minutes from scratch. I'm just like, how do you even? It's nuts.
If it's in 30 minutes, it tends to not turn out well unless it's like
Joe Sasto.
Basic. Yeah, unless it's like Joe Sasto or maybe like what's her face from like season 4.
Also, shout out to Joe Sasto. Like, I'm a big fan.
She is. We love your mustache. All right, okay. I'm going to read some more stuff over there in stream
He's
chat.
probably out there like, I don't care.
He's probably not listening at all.
Yeah.
He's probably working right now. Space Churro says the trees are speaking with some emoticons of trees speaking. It looks creepy. Space Churro says, my mom keeps crying when I come home drenched at night. She keeps saying, I thought you drowned. Why would you come home drenched at night? Are you walking out in the rain without an umbrella? That's weird. Brian over there in YouTube says, I think being deprived of all senses and just being kept alive indefinitely would be the worst possible torture.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you even know you're alive at that point? Can you even feel yourself breathing if you got rid of all your nerve connections?
If I were left laying there like veggie status and couldn't feel anything and was just stuck with my own thoughts, oh my God.
Brian says, I hear chunks of arm flesh really pair well with rigatoni. Mwah.
Is that Brian Faltaccio?
No, that's funny. No, that's I'm What's Her Dinner, I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, big fan of Brian Faltaccio too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to eat at Brian Faltaccio's
We're
a huge Top Chef.
Oh man, huge Top Chef.
I don't know if Robin's actually going to read any of the stream chat. I tried to.
People are talking about skinny jeans. Adam could never wear skinny jeans.
Oh, fuck that. I could wear skinny jeans all day. It would be awful.
It would be awful.
My junk would be destroyed, but it's possible. I've worn like leggings before and I look fucking hot, but I don't know about skinny jeans.
Yeah, I don't think you could pull off skinny jeans. Not even.
You said wear, not pull off. I can't pull off skinny jeans.
It's just like, I'm just imagining you in skinny jeans and it's just like.
Revolting.
No. Like an ice cream cone? How you have the cone on the bottom and then the ice cream kind of sits on top of the cone and you have the ice cream like little bubble out.
This is how Robin always talks about my physical appearance, by the way. So 911 girl over there in Twitch says, Robin, did you show Adam that Cecil Hotel TikTok video I sent you?
No,
she did not.
It's freaking hilarious though. She sent it to me while I was at work. I'll show it to you after the thing.
Cool. Quan Club says Pastatime is tops.
Chunkster says, love your makeup tonight, Robin. Thank you. It was very rushed. And what's funny is this lipstick color it's an Urban Decay lipstick color, but it is the one that I had engraved with Scaryish Pod on it. So it says Scaryish Pod on the lipstick. And maybe I should do that as a giveaway.
Makeup?
That's engraved with like Scaryish and stuff.
You can pick the color palettes. Is that possible? You might want to plug that thing in.
That would be, oh shit. That would be really cool.
A hole in the wall where the men can see it all. We started watching Rick and Morty again. And there's that episode of Interdimensional Cable where they're like watching Interdimensional Cable for Saturday Night Live. And they don't have actual people. It's like a bread of toast and a hole in the wall. So.
Let's see. Captain Fake Eye says, went to clothes shop at Target the other day. Why do all the dresses look like they're from the 1800s in the rural Midwest? I
keep
don't
you
know.
warm. Have you not noticed? It's the end of the world outside.
I wish I could fit skinny jeans. I can't. I wear a lot of boot cut.
I like boot cut, and I look
like
good in boot cut.
I do wear a bunch of booties though, like so it works with boot cut because they're boot looking shoes. So I don't know. They don't look good with my skinny pants. I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, scroll, da 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 da. I am scrolling.
They see me scrolling. They hating.
Glitch says, y'all remember 1983, right?
That was -2.
I'm Beef Trainer says, that was my birth year. Nice. Chunkster says, skinny pants make my legs look longer. I'm a shorty. That's so cute. I think that's smart though. People do dress like to make themselves look a certain way because like black is more slimming, right?
Yeah.
Stripes make you look a bit.
Vertical stripes are slimming. Horizontal stripes make you look wider. Sacred over there says, all good over here. It's been a lot of snow quickly, but my state is way more prepared than most. Robin already read this. I'm just reading it again because I miss you. I do have a crazy story about a car accident I read the other day.
Oh, you saw the post about it?
No. I literally just reread what he put.
Radio Man says, good evening, Robin and Adam. Hello, good evening.
What up? Thank you for joining us.
Captain Fake Ice says, I also wear skinny jeans because I am a shorty. Chunks just says, I know Robin has a license for those guns. Wait, what? What guns? I got thick arms. Yeah. Check out my thick arms. They're super
She's ripped.
Thick. No muscles. No muscles whatsoever.
Leonid over there in YouTube says, hello from cold-ass Texas.
Nice. Not so nice, though.
Christina says, creepypasta-ish. I don't know if that works. Well, it's like we have story time for Scaryish, so we're trying to look for something that has time at the end of it to pair well with story time. And I guess story time would also work. It's just like we definitely wanted people to be able to just look at the episode and separate, like, is this someone's story or is this a creepypasta?
Yeah.
So, creepy time?
No.
We already called it pasta time. It's canon now.
Yeah.
It's like this forever.
Creepy time doesn't sound good. It just is, like, weird.
Pasta time is fine with me.
This is where I make really derogatory comments at men's bodies and just creep on them. That's what creepy time
She basically does that during all of her episodes anyways. I usually edit it out, though. So.
Let's see. Chunkster says, Robin giving me sexy librarian vibes with the glasses.
I love those glasses.
They're so old, though. All the paint is chipping off. When did I get these? I got these, like...
I just remember her coming home with these and being like, do I look good in these? I'm like, you look like a librarian. Like, it is so hot.
I mean, they're so old. I think they're from, like, 2014.
No, they're not that old.
2015?
Maybe. No, I think it's been since we've been in the house, so...
No, I got them before that. I remember because I broke my other ones, the same brand, right? I remember I broke those while I was still going to CSN. So I picked these up. No, these are Burberry.
God, you fucking extra bitch. I hate you so much.
No, yeah. So now all the paint on the metal is all chipping. And I wonder if I can just repaint them myself. And so they look black again instead of just these ghetto glasses. Who knows? Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's not important. Quanclope says, my cat is so precious. Cats in general are so precious. Captain Fake Eye says, I really enjoy the dark lipstick. I might just do that. I might order a bunch of lipsticks and have them engraved and have those be a giveaway for people.
Here's the thing, and I don't mean to be derogatory about anyone who supports us. It is very odd that we have such a wonderful and large following of folks who identify as female on social medias, because that is how we track a lot of our different statistics. Is they give you information based off of like, hey, here's how many men, here's how many women, here's how many who choose not to identify, follow you, and we're like, wow, like we have like 70% women, 65% women, depending on the social media platform, and like the first like big name to reach out to us and be like, hey, we'd like to do a paid sponsorship with you guys. It's Manscaped. It's like, damn it, like, isn't there a Womanscaped? Isn't there a Theyscaped? Like, why does it have to be Manscaped? Like, it's literally the smallest. I appeal to no one, folks. Okay, this is Robin's fucking show, and I'm just like, sure. Like, I use it. I fucking love it. So I'd be more than happy to go with it. But it was just so weird. We just talked about it. We're like, it's so bizarre that based off of our audience, this is the first one that came to us.
Yeah,
so.
But I mean, I shaved my junk. I mean, whatever.
They're very useful. I mean,
TMI.
They're good wherever you have sensitive skin. So whether it's a vagina or a dingle-donger or anything in between.
Oh my god, glitch #veggie status. I don't know how else to say it, okay? I mean, there's other ways to say it, better ways to say it, but that's just what popped into my head.
Christina over there on YouTube says, maybe eat pasta while we're eating creepy pastas. If I eat pasta while Robin describes
y'all
people
will think we're nasty.
Eating chunks out of their arm, I will fucking blow chunks all over the place.
All right. Well, I'm a messy eater when it comes to pasta. I just love pasta.
She's a messy. Actually, she's actually a pretty clean eater.
Laura Ann says, I love pasta time. Quanclip says pasta time is top.
The only time Robin's not a clean eater is when she's eating crackers, literally crackers in the bed, in which case she just like leans over to my side and just brushes like her mouth off all the fucking time. Space Tour over there asked a question about if I heard of this kid who had a YouTube channel and some like crazy story about him dying, and I have not heard about that at all. So I'm not sure if that's a real one or if that's a creepypasta, but yeah, that's messed up.
Let's see. What was I going to say?
Brian says, dirty joke of the week. What does the receptionist at the sperm bank say to clients as they are leaving? This actually is funny. Thanks for coming.
Oh my god.
That's fucking funny.
Azzy Bunny says, if you don't like that story, she has a homegrown horror for you.
If it's a homegrown horror, then.
Yeah.
If it's
he'll be
real,
very excited.
I will read it and listen to it.
Let's see.
Vale over there in YouTube says, hello. Thank you for joining us for the first ever Pasta Time, where we read creepypastas.
I hope no one heard that burp just now.
She burps and farts all the fucking time, and you guys have no
nowhere.
idea. Like, I'll get curious when I smell something. I look over and she just looks at me like, shut your fucking mouth. Don't say a word.
Let's see. Captain Fake Eye says, I really want that lipstick now. Okay, but it's bedtime for me. Good night, friends. I might just do that. I might order some of this lipstick and have it engraved and all that fun stuff, and then that'll be giveaway stuff in the future.
What just popped on you?
That was my shoulder. I'm getting old. All right. Captain Fake Eye says, it's bedtime for me. Good night, friends. Have a good night.
Emanon over there in YouTube, in Twitch, said, yesterday I left Tyrone, PA, went to Pittsburgh, then to Columbus, then got a hotel room this morning, and I went to Cincinnati, back to Pittsburgh, and then to Tyrone. That's a long fucking day.
That is a long day. That sounds like a lot of driving.
Lauren says, I heard your shoulder pop. That's
did?
hilarious.
Seriously, oh my God, that's how old I feel. Is just my bones pop and crack, and holy crap.
Quanclope says the story Greed needs to be added to the queue. Send us a message or tweet at us and just say hey, don't forget, and so that way I can add it, because I have a Google Doc that we're going to use to keep track of the ones we read and the ones we have in the tank that people have suggested.
Glitch says, great, if I win I guess I'll have to wear lipstick, or if you like 50 Shades you could draw a map.
Fucking hate that scene. I hate that movie. Whenever she's poking me, I'm like, stop fucking poking me. I will take your lipstick and I will draw my nose zones on my body.
Oh my God.
Just gonna circle my nips and my belly button and look like a big old fucking emoji, like the wow emoji on my fucking chest.
Yeah. Just draw big circles around your boobs.
I mean, my belly button already looks like a mouth, so I'll just put lipstick very closely around the rim, so it'll look like a wow emoji with really wide eyes. So it'll be awesome.
Emanon says the main highways really aren't bad. At one point, I had to go down a 5-degree grade. That is nuts.
That is nuts.
Which is really steep in a 26-foot box truck. That was really sketchy.
One of the scariest experiences driving of my life was moving to Arizona, where I had to go through the mountain pass, and it was 50-mile-per-hour gusts, and at some point there's a 4.5 degree grade. You were behind me in the car because you were bringing down the pets.
I had the cat. You had the dog.
That's right. And I was in the fucking moving truck, and it was the full-length moving truck, and I could literally feel it shaking, and I was like, as long as the fucking wheels stay on the road, I'll be okay. But if the wheels lift off, I'm going to die, because it's just not cool at all.
Our cat is the best on car rides when she's not in her kennel, because she just lays in your lap and just chills the entire time. But if she's in her kennel, she's crying bloody murder. It's nuts.
She hates being in there.
Yeah.
Brian says Adam lives in the body fog. I don't know what that is, but I think that kind of describes how I feel a lot of
ASB
times.
Bunny says, I have a massive scar on the back of my hand because of it, that homegrown horror that they have for us.
Oh, shit.
Can't wait to read it. I'm Beef Train says, Robin, my ankle that I broke 20 years ago can rival your shoulder, just say.
Space Churro
should hear my knees.
A
my
really
knees
gross
really
joke.
bad.
We do one dirty joke of the week, and Brian took it already. So if you want to take it, you got to show up earlier and toss it out there. It's actually, it's really
gross.
funny, but it's gross, and I don't want to repeat it. If I repeat it, we might get demonetized. So,
all right, let's see.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this off to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Emanon says, "Slow and steady. I got to keep them Beamers safe." For those of you that don't know how now I deliver BMW motorcycles. Oh, that's why you're driving back and forth everywhere. That's nuts.
It's just you got this new awesome job, and then it's oh, here's a massive fucking snowstorm.
Yeah. All right, babe.
Sacred Infinity over there in Twitch says, I miss the GameStop Arizona days from time to time. So many good stories. I miss hanging out. I mostly miss D&D. That was one of the most.
D&D
that was
too.
Such a good group of people that were just new to the game, new to improv. We're really good at yes and you were all horribly evil.
But I just remember getting super wasted and laying in Brittany's lap so drunk.
And that was my birthday.
Drunk.
And she got super drunk and I had to hold her hair. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into what I like to call the ad segment of the show. So before we move on, I do want to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Manscaped. I have used Manscaped for several years before they ever knew we existed or reached out to us to talk to us about, sponsoring us and sending us new products. It's been pretty awesome. They sent over the new Lawnmower 3.0, which I already had. So we got a second one, which is great because I, have very thick body hair and it does a lot of damage to usually trimmers that I get. So, but it can be used for pretty much anything. I know Robin's used it before.
Yeah, they now offer cologne as well.
Indeed. And I have the cologne right here. It's called Refined.
And it actually smells so freaking
and
good.
I hate cologne. So when we got it, I was like, I'll smell it. I'll describe the smell. And as soon as I smelled it, I was like, holy shit, it's subtle. It's not like the cologne that like Curve. You remember Curve cologne? Me and my friends always used to put that shit on after gym because we didn't feel like taking a shower because we didn't want to look at each other's dicks the entire day. And the entire day is weird. I mean, just when you shower, then you have it burn into your eyes forever. Anyways, because of my homophobia back in high school, I really hated cologne because we always used to dab it on and just stink like shit all day because cologne was super powerful and didn't smell good. That's my memories of cologne until Manscaped sent Refined, and we both smelled it and we're like, this actually smells really nice. So I put it on and I'm like, I smell nice now. So it's wonderful, wonderful stuff. So check it out. I'm going to hand it over here to Robin. It comes all fancy and everything. It has this wonderful
little magnetic little door, right? Opens up. It's really nice. Like this whole thing. Ugh. Look at it. It's so nice.
Yeah, I've actually been using it, so it is a product that I do 100% support. It's pretty cool.
The bottle thinking I can smell it.
So if you would like to pick some up, or if you'd like to pick some up for someone you know, you can head over to manscaped.com and at checkout use code Scaryish for 20% off and free shipping. And let's be real, 20% off is a lot, and free shipping is always appreciated. So one more time, head over to manscaped.com, use that code at checkout. Look good, smell good, feel good. Manscaped. Refined. So yeah, good stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move us into the time where we run the Twitch ads.
Also, Laura Ann redeemed a drink, so I'm going to drink.
I was going to do that once we got back.
Okay, I don't know how the Yakult's going to taste warm, so I'm just going to keep drinking it.
Sounds gross. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run 60 seconds of ads for Twitch right meow. If you're over there on YouTube, you're not going to get these unless you're watching it from the past. You'll still hear me. You've already gotten through your ads at this point. So, fun. In the sun.
What was I going to say? What were we going to talk about?
I'm going to be moving into my second.
Oh, did you just say the code? Scaryish for 20% off free shipping? Okay. Just making
She doesn't pay attention to anything that comes out of my fucking mouth. It's a miracle we have this show. It's the only time we talk. As soon as the fucking camera goes down, she just walks away from me and we don't speak for another 4 or 5 days. So that's why I'm like, we should have more shows. I miss you. It's not true. We're around each other like 24/7.
Oh God, no, not really. Because when I'm at work, I'm gone from the house for at least 5 hours. What you do in those 5 hours, who knows?
I work from home. That's what I do.
I heard you on the phone with Jansen saying when you take a break, you go take naps.
It's a lie. I know what you're talking about. I get to take naps on my lunch breaks now, which is fucking awesome because my bed is 12 feet away from me. So I'm not going to feel guilty for that at all.
Glitch says Nerd Chills episode 21 where Robin says aliens still the best thing ever. Oh my God, Nerd Chills episode 21. Are those episodes even still up?
They sure are. I saw them the other day actually.
Lord have mercy. That's our old for anybody that's new to Scaryish and doesn't know, we used to have a podcast called Nerd Chills and it was about video games and I wasn't really on it that much. I was on it maybe, I don't know,
once every 4 weeks maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, episode 21 was a rough one. We decided
because it was 21, the podcast was old enough to drink, so we all just got drunk and recorded, and it's the worst thing I've ever edited in my life. Like I didn't put any marks on it for editing, so I just basically had to listen through it and edit it, and it was like 3.5 hours of drunken bullshit, and it took about 5 minutes per minute of recorded audio. So it took me like 2 days to get through it.
It was awful.
And it still was not good at all. So
yeah.
It's
funny because Charlie kept picking up the
she kept picking up the fucking Yeti microphone and like screaming into it. So.
Well, and then we were talking about Handmaid's Tale and it was
vividly talking about him because I didn't know anything about it. Brian over there on YouTube says, I now wear Givenchy pie. Makes my girl all snuggly. I don't know what that is.
Givenchy is
Oh, duh. It's cologne. Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. Can I say duh a few more times? Oh my God, duh.
I also have some perfume from them.
Nice. Brian says, I used to think Axe smelled good when I was a kid.
It's too expensive to afford.
I was a dumb kid. I am so old, and when I was in high school, Axe didn't exist.
What?
I think my senior year is when Axe came out. And I was like, oh, cool. That's nice. And I thought it was deodorant. And then I went and picked it up, and it was just like, I was like, body spray? What the fuck is body spray? It's just aerosol cologne. That's all it was.
Let's see. Oh, Chunkster says, if Adam is using the cologne, Robin, have you ever thought of spraying it on your pillow? I don't necessarily. I'm not one of those people that are like, oh my God, I miss how they smell. I'm like, no, I'm good.
She's so happy when she's away from me.
I like how, if my sheets just smell like nice, clean, laundered smells, that's what I want. I don't want to sleep in dude smell.
I don't want to live forever because I'll only be living in pain. That's so funny. Glitch being the best mod ever. Put in a link for Nerd Chills Podcast episode 21. Please, God, don't listen to it. It's so bad. All right, just going to move out of that.
Hey, Sweet Bunny says, my favorite perfume is Vera Wang. My sister's favorite one is like this. It's called Blue or something. I don't know what brand it's from, but she always gets that one.
She is indeed a blue guy. Brian says, I'm only 1 year younger than you, Adam. Nice.
Wow.
Space Churro says, why are you not doing SCPs? We're currently only doing creepypastas right now. We have done SCPs on episodes before.
On episodes. We've covered SCPs, yeah.
And they might wind up making their way into Pastatime. Who knows? I really love the concept of SCPs. I think they're fucking awesome. I think it's a genius prompt. And I've considered writing a couple myself, so don't be surprised if you see some SCPs popping up in the future. So good suggestion, Space Churro. We appreciate that. All right. Going to move into my second one, if that's okay with everyone. How about you, Robin? Is that okay with you?
Meadow says, Nerd Chills Reborn. It's too much energy.
Right now we're still trying to get fucking Scene Missing off the ground.
I know. Oh my God. I know.
I've been watching a lot of interviews with actors where they talk about their most iconic characters, and it's been really, really inspiring to hear these people, like, as human beings, talk about their work. So I really fucking motivated to do it. We were talking last night about which movie we would want to do for our, not the one we've already done, which is Empire Records, and not Pretty Woman, which will be episode 2, but what would be episode 3, which will probably be the Blues Brothers. Robin's never seen it.
Yeah,
so.
I've never seen Blues Brothers, so.
All right.
I like the music. I like the song.
It's just so good. Shout out to Tugrad9085 who just followed us over there on Twitch. We appreciate you following. And we're going to get into a creepypasta right about now. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this audio so I can remember to edit it.
Sorry, I'm just...
Robin's just like a nightmare auditory hellscape if you have her on your podcast. She just always finds a way to make noises. And when she's trying to be quiet, she still manages, her throat just starts croaking randomly. Yeah, just like that. So, all right. Holy shit. Gonna get into it. All right, so I'm going to move into my second creepypasta of the episode. And this one's name is Darkness in the Rear View Mirror. And I really liked this one when I read it because it kind of reminded me of one of the stories we had sent in before. So I'm going to go ahead and read it now. Starts out like this. I have always been uneasy driving alone at night. It was worse the first few times. God fucking damn it. I just got a notification from my job. I'll go ahead and mute my laptop and ignore my responsibilities. It was worse the first few times when I had just gotten my license, but the nagging fear has never gone away to this day. It's what? I see you about to type.
Oh, sorry. You can hear that?
I saw it in my peripheral vision.
Well, what's our YouTube? Scaryish?
Yeah. Shut up!
Sorry.
It's disorienting to look into the mirrors and see nothing, and I mean nothing but the consuming blackness of the night. It makes me hesitant to check the mirrors should I see this dark void, or worse, someone sitting in my backseat staring at me. In the summer of 2013, I found myself driving home alone on Highway 902 from a party. It was almost midnight, and needless to say, it was pitch black. As was usual at night, I was on edge. I had the radio off and could hear nothing but the muffled roar of tires on pavement and the dull hum of the engine. I stole a glance into the middle rear view mirror. and saw nothing but darkness through the back window. I know that I looked backward and saw nothing. I'm sure of it. Just the seemingly endless blackness of the night. I remembered it so clearly because not 10 seconds later, a car passed me to the left, headlights on. I had one of those sudden adrenaline rushes, like when you think you see a person outside your bedroom window when it's just a tree, or when you start awake at night with the feeling of falling. 10 seconds earlier, nothing had been behind me, and now suddenly a car. I drove all the way home shivering and knowing something was off.
It's Christine.
The next morning, I found 2 sets of scratches near the back of my van. One was on the left rear, one was on the right. The car was pretty old. They could have been there for months, but this was the first time that I distinctly remembered seeing them. In hindsight, there are 2 possibilities for what happened that night. Possibility 1. By some glitch in reality or something paranormal, this other car had somehow appeared behind me within 10 seconds of me checking the mirror. Like some weird ghost crap or something. However, the second option is what makes my blood cold whenever I consider it. It didn't even occur to me until months after the fact, but it makes me dread driving alone at night even more. Possibility 2. The car was normal. It had approached me from the rear and passed me to my left. However, something large and wide and as black as the night had been clinging to the rear of my car, obscuring my view through the window and leaving deep scratches on the side. And I had inadvertently driven it home with me.
Shut up.
The end. We can say that now because these are creepypastas. So I read that one. I was like, that's really fucking creepy because we've had so many people send us stories about being followed.
Yeah.
Or about the glitch in the Matrix one where the person's driving and then all of a sudden they're in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
So when I read that, I was like, this is like remarkably similar.
Yeah, but with the scratches on the back of the car, it's more likely.
That sort of has like that whole cliche of like, they were in the back seat the whole time or the car ramming you was trying to warn you. So I just sincerely enjoyed it. My vision is so weird right now because this screen is so black and the words are so white that when I looked over at Robin after staring at it so intently, I could still see the words on her face. It's so fucking weird. Anyways, so yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So that's really the vibe I'm going for. I like the creepy stuff, not so much like the gross eating chunks out of your arm. I'm totally judging Robin's choice in creepypastas. It's going to be really fun actually criticizing our choices going forward during these episodes of Pastatime. So yeah, thank you so much. That one was radio by Video Narratives OK.
I noticed I noticed your theme though to your creepypastas is like, wait for the twist.
I mean, they all wind up having twists, I feel like. So I read like 5 today.
Phone?
I read like 5. I hate you. I read like 5 today. My favorite one was actually just way too fucking long to put into the show. It would be just me reading the thing, the entire show, and it would be a long show if I did that because it was super long. But it was based in Majora's Mask, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. So I'm just a huge Zelda nerd. Shout out to Nintendo Direct that happened today. Skyward Sword HD remake for Switch. Woo woo.
Fall Guys gonna be on Switch this summer.
Indeed. So big day for everyone. Pastatime #1 gonna go down in the history books. So good stuff. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that. All right, let's go over into stream chat. I was holding in that burp that whole time, and it was so hard it hurt my chest.
Oh my.
Really gross. Apologize. I mean, I'm drinking beer, so it's going to happen sooner or later. All right. You're not going to read any of your stuff?
I read you to drink, and you already drank, but you're going to drink again. I don't drink too much unless
and the script read just reading to drink. Well, I drink beer. You drink hard liquor, so. Not that hard of liquor, but hard liquor. Are you not going to read any of your stream chat? It's like I swear to God, I'm doing this show alone right now.
My like Widow's Peak thing is like it's like weird. It's like crooked because it goes like down here and then like I don't know.
Again, you're still not reading any.
Emanon says in Russia, beers are considered a soft drink. That's fucking nuts. Did you know that Arnold Schwarzenegger hates milk?
He does. He talks about it in the bodybuilding documentary he's in.
Let's see. Scroll. ASB Bunny says, I have nightmares about driving at night. It'll be a horrible road with a cliff on the side, and suddenly my headlights won't work, but for some reason I keep driving. That is a nightmare. I have nightmares sometimes where I'm driving on this road back on the island of Maui where I'm from. It's called the Poly, and it's just this road that curves around the island on the side of a cliff. And sometimes I have nightmares where I'm driving on that road and I literally get flung out of the car, or there's a point in the road where if you don't hang on, you're going to fall out of the car. I just have these nightmares about driving on roads like that, man. It freaks me out.
I am lucky enough where I'm at the point now in my life. I mean, I'm afraid of heights. I talked about this on this most recent topic episode of Scaryish, where if I'm in a dream and I'm at a point that's really high and it triggers it, I start flying. It's like my brain now has like self-defense mechanisms against like triggering fears in my dreams, and I'll just be like, oh cool, I can fly now. And I still never really wake up. So it's kind of funny because I mentioned that thing, and then Brian over there on YouTube says, Adam has been reading Ben Drowned. Yes, I have. That is the Majora's Mask creepypasta I came across today. It's definitely on my list of ones to read. I enjoy reading the micropastas, but I seem incapable of writing one. Sometimes you just got to wait for your muse to strike. And here's the thing.
What? The scripter redeemed another. Oh, no, it's a high five. Whew. And another drink. So, yeah, you have to drink again.
If I must. Here's the thing about when you finally feel inspired to write something, you should really just stop whatever you're doing and write it. I mean, because like in that moment, if you're thinking about something, like just fucking write it. Like I used to always think I needed to organize my thoughts and then put it down on paper chronologically and like have the scenes listed and then start writing from start to finish. That's how I used to write. And then when I got towards the end of college, when I was doing tons and tons of creative writing, which I've been thinking about a lot lately, I just realized like as soon as you have a scene, I can never talk about anything fucking serious around Robin, by the way. But as soon as you have a scene that you're really excited about, just write that scene in its, entirety. You don't have to decide like, I'll write everything that leads up to this scene, because then by the time you get there, you're out of steam or you've forgotten how you wanted it to go or any of that stuff. So if you ever have your muse strike, no matter what you're doing, I always say just like sit down and start writing part of it and then just sort of like let it take over. I haven't done it in a while, but I've definitely been hit a few times lately where I've been like, I really, really want to write right now, which hasn't happened for me in a while. So, but yeah. Good stuff.
Ginseng Joe says, guys, I had quite a scary thought on Monday while listening to an old episode. Imagine a scenario where you find an exact clone of yourself minus the fact that it's malevolent and threatens to take your place and steal your entire livelihood. That is the whole premise behind
that episode of
Doctor Who, where they just take over everything, even how you think, because they start talking before you talk. It's nuts. Though I guess technically it's... Oh, no, it is a clone, right?
I don't know what it is.
Because it looks exactly like him. Or no. No. It's the blonde woman that starts talking before David Tennant talks.
I haven't seen it in so long. We should just start rewatching Doctor Who.
I would watch the entire thing.
We should just rewatch Doctor Who.
But we just started watching The League again.
And Rick and Morty. Who gives a shit? Let's just start watching Doctor Who.
Oh, man. The League is so funny.
That show is so good. I don't know when I fell off of watching it. It's when they got like super stupid about a lot of different fucking subjects where you're just like, what is this even about anymore?
Oh, Ginseng Joe continues. Before it takes your place, it threatens to harm everybody you know. Would you justify killing the clone? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, if it's going to hurt everybody I know, you might as well fucking kill them because that's evil. And it's like sacrificing one for the many. You know?
The needs of the one. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one or few. That's how Spock puts it.
For the greater good.
Wrath of Khan.
Let's see.
For anyone who's actually seen that. Space Tourist says SCP-420. I'm not sure if they're just referencing the number
Blaze
420.
it up, motherfuckers.
Or if they actually really like SCP-420.
Sacred Infinity says, don't know if you saw, but I recommend we play D&D if you guys have extra time. Hopefully sometime when we have free time.
Yeah.
We're still trying to get we still haven't even done our taxes yet. That's how behind we are.
I have all of it ready to go, though. So. And that's not really that behind because they delayed.
Don't we have like PayPal stuff?
They delayed the following. No, it's completely different stuff. So, excuse me, beer. Brian says, the problem is I'm usually at work when my muse attacks. Doesn't matter. Just stop what you're doing. Fuck it. You could be in heart surgery and be like, yo, I got to go do some writing. I'll be right back.
The scriptery says, I have little notes everywhere of scenes that I dream about. And her wall's literally covered in Post-it notes.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's the way to do it. Brian says, I write it out in my mind and forget how it went by the time I clock out. That's why you got to write it down, like pen to paper. Sometimes I contain a scene in my brain and I don't write it out in my brain. It's like a movie in my head because I want to see how it plays out. And if it seems inauthentic or just not what I want it to be, it plays out like from the beginning and then like little details change until I get it where I want it to. And then I'll put it down on paper. Says a guy who's like I haven't published anything in 10 years.
Emanon says, apparently some people were saying that they thought they said bears. So Emanon says, at the same time, they're Russian. It would not surprise me if they're drinking bears.
That's funny. Space Churro says Act 1, Scene 1. And then Space Churro says, rewatch The Strain.
Oh, no.
Fuck no.
ASB Bunny says, can we please have a D&D Discord channel?
Space Tourist says,
Sure.
just don't pay taxes. No, that will never happen.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
Christina says, would you guys consider doing an urban legends episode? I know creepypastas are urban legends on the internet, but it might be a fun topic episode. We've done a few urban legends.
Yeah, and creepypastas and stuff.
We don't call them urban legends. We just call them whatever they are. Like,
Yeah,
I did
so-
Moody Light, which was the urban legend where I'm from.
And I did the urban legends of people, like bodies that are buried under beds and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Beds and,
Bodies hitting
but
the
those
floor.
are true. I do like urban legends that turn out to be true,
Yeah.
or like Charlie No Face. That's an urban legend. We do a lot of
And he was
urban
real.
legend, and he was real. But yeah, so we do a lot of urban legend stuff.
Hailstorm says, I want to learn how to play D&D.
You should.
It's pretty awesome. It's just like improv. Just improv with sort of specific rules to guide you.
I'm Beatrice says, I'm really glad that you're having pasta time. I've been wanting to get back into writing short stories like I used to in high school and want to do some creepy stories. So this gives me motivation to get going again. Nice. I am going to get into the next creepy pasta here. So the last one of the episode.
Indeed. The last. We're about to end Pasta Time
that's
number
an email.
1.
Hold on.
Actually, never mind. Robin just made some sort of critical error on her iPad. So I'll keep reading some stuff. Glitch says, Adam and Robin are a blast to play D&D with, and I would like a special ep of a one-shot. You're all is awesome. Yuri is awesome, too. I was like, what is that saying?
Yuri, like on ice?
Yes, Bunny says, if we get the Discord D&D channel, I'll be happy to help people make character sheets.
Oh, cute.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to put up a Pasta Time channel today, too. So I got a lot of shit to do when the show's over.
I have an exam that I have to do, so. All right. So, I'm going to get into the last pasta of the episode.
The last pasta of Pasta Time.
Obviously, this episode of Pasta Time, not period. But, all right. So, this one is called Lavender Town Syndrome.
Interesting.
And if you know, Lavender Town is from Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, the Lavender Town Syndrome, also known as Lavender Town Tone, or Lavender Town Suicides. I'm going to put trigger warning in here because there's a lot of stuff about that in this one. So the Lavender Town Syndrome was a peak in suicides and illness of children between the ages of 7 to 12 shortly after the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan back in February 27th, 1996. Rumors say that these suicides and illness... Bad writing. Rumors say that these suicides and illnesses only occurred after the children playing the game reached Lavender Town, whose theme music had extremely high frequencies. Studies showed that only children and young teens could hear since their ears are more sensitive. Due to the lavender tone, at least 200 children supposedly committed suicide, and many more developed illnesses and afflictions. The children who committed suicide usually did so by hanging or jumping from heights.
Jesus.
Those who did not acted irrationally, complained of severe headaches after listening to the Lavender Town's theme. Although Lavender Town now sounds entirely differently depending on the game, this mass hysteria was caused by the first Pokemon game released.
I will say I totally had the OG copy of Red and Blue.
I had yellow.
Yellow wasn't OG. It was Red and Blue first, and then they did the fucking yellow.
I loved yellow because Pikachu followed you around. And then you go back and look at Pikachu and interact, and they would either have a smiley face or a sad face or whatever. Anyway, after the Lavender Tone incident, the programmers had fixed Lavender Town's theme music to be at a lower frequency, and since then, children are no longer affected by it. One video appeared in 2010 using special software, quote-unquote special software, to analyze the audio of Lavender Town's music. When played, the software created images of the unknown near the end of the audio. This raised a controversy since the unknown didn't appear until the Generation 2 games of Silver, Gold, and Crystal. The unknown translates to leave now. And the unknown are the letters. Have you ever seen what an unknown is? It's like those, it's a Pokemon, but it comes in different shapes. And it comes in...
And this is real? What you're saying now is real?
Well, unknown. The unknowns are real. Those are Pokemon you can catch. And I've tried to collect all the letters, and I think there's a question mark, an exclamation point, and stuff like that. I haven't been able to catch all of them, but those are real things. So the unknown that appear spell out the letters "leave now"
with an exclamation point or a question mark.
With no, but those exist. Those unknowns exist. Okay. So there is also said to be a beta version of Lavender Town. It is said that the beta version of Pocket Monsters was released to some kids to test the games. This is the video of the beta version of Lavender Town, and it's a video of supposedly the OG, you know.
You picked a creepypasta for Pastatime 1 with a video.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so that's, I think... I thought it was fun because I love Pokemon, and it's creepy because
as soon as we started getting into it and it was about Pokemon, I was like, yep, that's shocking. I mean, I totally gravitated towards the Zelda one, but I wasn't able to put it in because it was just so friggin' long. So, yeah, that's interesting. Also, Nintendo would never release beta cartridges to children. I don't think you know enough about Nintendo, author.
There is also a creepypasta called Candle Cove that you aren't allowed to read publicly because it is copyrighted.
It's because it's a TV show now.
It is a TV show now. Yes, and that TV show is terrifying. Have you seen it?
Yeah, we watched it together. Yeah, I was the person you watched it with.
Yeah, it's so scary. But 100% recommend if you haven't seen that one. It's very similar to this.
It's creepy. It's very low production
value. Yeah, but it's good.
So it's good. It's all right.
But yeah, so thanks.
What the fuck? You're the worst at outros. Who wrote yours?
They don't have names on this website. It's like the creepypasta wiki, and they don't have the original our author title names.
Right on.
It's annoying.
All right. Well, I think that was pretty good. So hopefully we can have more video game themed creepypastas for you next time.
Well, I also did it on a topic episode. I did the what was it called?
I remember the game
one, yeah, or something like that.
The game was like put in there by CIA agents.
Yeah, that one. That one's also creepypasta.
After you did that episode, Stefan reached out to me, my buddy Stefan, who's my dungeon master at this point, and he was like, I don't know if you've heard.
Sexy.
You know what a dungeon master is. Shut up. But he reached out to me and was like, I don't know if you heard about this, but there is a game that creepypasta is based off of that is said to have actually existed. That is super, super similar, and he sent me a link to it. And people still debate to this day whether or not the game was real.
Wow.
Because some people are like, no, it was 100% real. It was a real thing. So it might wind up being an additional topic on the topic side because it might be based in truth. So anyways, awesome. So good stuff. Let's go over to Stream Chat. I'm going to read my YouTube stuff first, and then we're going to move into marbles.
Thank you so much to Sacred Infinity for subscribing for 11 months.
And
that says 11, right?
Woo! Yeah, it says 11.
Hailstorm.
Where'd your glasses go?
Right there.
You didn't have them on for that entire thing, did you?
Mm-mm. That's why my head was down here, like looking super close.
Space Taro says you should do a topic on the Japanese tall woman. I think we had someone suggest that last week too. It's on our list.
Yeah.
So there was a cartoon we watched that had the Japanese tall woman in it.
Was it like a hentai?
No.
Okay.
We don't watch hentai together, in case you've never noticed. No, it was like some sort of like horror cartoon that you were watching and I was watching with you. And it was like episodic, so there was like 3 pieces of it. And then the third part of it was about like the Japanese tall woman being a model. And then there was another normal sized woman who was a model. And like they were in the woods for a shoot. And like she was just being super weird, the tall woman was. And like very like passive aggressive towards the normal sized woman. And then like they go back to the car for something and they leave the models in the woods. And then like the cameraman goes back and the Japanese tall woman's like literally eating the other one. Like she's like finishing swallowing her, and then like she just kills everyone in the woods. It was super fucking creepy. So all right, anyways, Brian says, are we still doing marbles? Yes indeed. And Brian is now switching over to Twitch so that they can participate. That is the end of my YouTube chat. So
Hailstorm says, imagine if you were at your own home and there was a body in your bed. I mean,
I call the cops right away. I'd be like, I haven't touched anything, please show up. I don't know why this body. I would immediately think someone's trying to frame me, you know.
I would show police officers the footage, security camera footage from the bedroom.
You have no security camera in the bedroom.
I fucking wish.
No, you don't. Don't lie. Anytime I put a camera in the bedroom, you freak out. You're like, what are you doing? I'm like, sex tape, obviously. And she just shoots it down. So here we are, still on YouTube.
Eminon says,
instead of Pornhub, like it should be.
Adam, have you ever heard of the sheep squatch?
I feel like
Sheep
I have
squatch?
before.
I have not, no. But it
and
sounds amazing.
They also said I heard about it on a cryptid show the other day. Yeah, I think I've heard of that before. There's so many cryptids out there, you know?
There's a
cryptids
lot.
and legendary creatures.
The problem is when you're doing a show about cryptids, and we typically try and do 30 minutes per topic, there's a lot of cryptids out there that you can't even squeeze 5 minutes out of, and it's really fucking annoying.
Winter Soldier says, I loved Pastatime. I'm glad you loved it because
We're worried.
we're worried about it. But I'm glad you guys liked it.
I figure the live audience is going to like it because you guys very rarely pay any fucking attention to the stories we're reading. You guys just sort of bullshit while we're reading, and you're like, yeah, when they're done or whatever, we'll talk.
I'm Beef Trainer says, totally forgot to shout out on Facebook, but I got a bit of happy mail from Robin that I picked up from the post on Monday.
Yay.
Yay!
It arrived.
I'm so glad that everybody who's been signing up for Patreon, you guys are so amazing because I am almost out of Krampus keychains.
We had so
period.
many folks sign up the beginning week of February. I was like, is this fucking February Patreon push? Like,
that's
what's happening right
nuts.
now?
And I seriously only have maybe 10 keychains and magnets left. That is it that I have of Krampus. And
He's a sexy boy.
he is a sexy boy. But I'm going to be mailing out Nessie stickers. Those are going to be mailed out either end of this month or beginning of next month. No. You know what? Yeah. End of this month. I'll be
point, vote, then
mailing
space, then
those
number.
out, and then
Corresponds to the track you want to race.
and then the Nessie keychains will be January, February, March. Wait, April, end of March.
They were supposed to be quarterly, right?
Quarterly.
So it's 1-4.
So it's March, right?
It's 1-4.
No, I sent it out in December, so it's 12.
I don't know why I try and talk. 1, 4, 7, 10, right?
But
Beginning of each quarter.
But I mailed it out in December, so I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say. I think I have to mail the other ones out in March or April. I'm trying to decide what month it's supposed to be. I have it written down somewhere because
She has to.
Because it's on a post-it note somewhere. But it's because I have to. I want to schedule things so like the ones that go out for winter are like Christmas presents, you know. So
The other day she was just like convinced she had already sent out one of her designs because she couldn't find it anywhere, and she's like, she started convincing herself slowly more and more, and then she found them. And
Yeah,
she's like, never mind, they're right here.
yeah, I was like, oh my god, did I already send them out?
I was just
know.
like, unreliable narrator. I don't know what to think anymore.
Let's see. Winter Soldier says, Cryptid, the hairy man. I was says, how close are you to the hotel stay? We're 100 people away.
No, that's a
Are
goddamn
we,
lie.
Are we like 70 away?
We're like 70,
70
60, we're like 65 away.
65 people away? Yeah, so 65 patrons away.
Right now, track number 20, Hard Landing, has 6 votes. So
And Adam is so excited to record an episode from
the Stanley
Hotel.
It's going to be awesome. I'm going to look for EVPs. I'm actually going to sit and look through all the... Listen.
Are you really?
Through all of our audio.
I'm going to
Fuck
stay
yeah.
away in a different room. I do not want to sit there and say, like, if there's anybody here.
I didn't say I was going to have a fucking seance. I said I was going to listen for EVPs. It's different. I'm just going to listen to the dead air and see if anything comes through. Robin just makes shit up in her head, y'all. I'm staunchly against seances and reaching out to the dead. I just want to go and be in the room that creeped out Stephen King so much he wrote The
You want to
Shining.
stay in that room?
Fucking A, right? I do. I bet you it's
No.
way more expensive, though. I mean, that's the room I'm going to book, so if...
No, I will book a different room then. Fuck that. I will stay in town, not in SS
Robin is
Park.
a fucking wimp. You're going to go in there and be like, holy shit, this place is gorgeous. And we're going to go to the room and you're going to be like, it's totally not haunted. And that'll be fine. Wimp.
Nope.
Emma says, Adam, Robin, I didn't hear whether or not you answered, but have you ever heard of the sheep squatch? She did answer.
We did answer. I've heard of it. Adam's never heard of it, but it sounds fun.
All right, Hard Landing is going to be our track. On average, it takes 2 minutes and 31 seconds for folks to finish. Shuchivek has the record time in 1 minute and 17. However, I don't know why every application right now is running in windowed mode, but I can't even see the bottom of this right now. It's
Winter
super
Soldier
annoying.
said, I'll go with you.
2 minutes, thank you. 2 minutes and 33 seconds, the average time for Spooky Friends, and Perlar has the record with 2 minutes and 18 seconds. So
I'm Beef Trainer says, Adam's going to be better than Bagels at investigating the hotel. I'm excited for this.
that's not that difficult because Bagels fucking sucks at everything. Exclamation point play to join right now. I don't like him. Okay, folks, in case you haven't listened to our show before, I think he's an exploitive piece of shit. So,
Emanon says, some of the drawings that they had on that show from eyewitnesses are absolutely hysterical. Yeah,
I would be
believe
like,
it.
I saw this, and
I
it would just
think-
be a picture of a dick.
Sheep are just so cute in general. I saw a sheep planting. Someone had like a hand made sculpted ceramic sheep looking planter. It was so cute.
I thought you were gonna say a handmade tail.
And oh man, I love sheep so much. They're so cute. Okay.
Type an exclamation point play if you would like to join in. We have 21 marbles on the
Woo!
race right now.
Old enough to drink.
Pretty good. It is old enough to drink. Starting out with a big old funnel, which we all know is one of my least favorite things in the game. However, I've decided I like funnels a lot more than I like things that just make you stop, because that sucks.
Cashew 16. It's been so long since we've seen you. Thank you for joining us.
Has it been so long?
I feel like it has been so long.
I feel like that every time we have to wait to see you wonderful spooky friends. 7 days is so long.
I'm Beef Turner says, I heard the fact that Adam hates bagels so much.
I fucking hate it, dude.
Emnon says, this was a sheep Squatch hybrid with razor sharp fangs and horns. Sheep Sasquatch hybrid.
That would mean that Sasquatch, a 9 foot tall beast man, fucked a sheep.
I was going to say that too. Oh.
All right. I don't know. I was really excited when Ghost Adventures came out because I was like, oh, I'm so into supernatural stuff. I really want to watch this. And when I saw it, I was like, this is all fake. I couldn't fucking believe it. Like, I just watched an episode and it was like so cheesy and so bad.
Too cheesy.
I was just like, it's like they're not even trying to make a show about the content they're saying they're going to make a show about. And it's just so disingenuous. It just bothered me so much. And knowing some of the places they were going to, I was just like, so you're basically just going to disrespect the people that are letting you into their homes or their businesses that have had something happen to them that really bothered them, and then just make it a spectacle to try and stay on the air.
When we watched The Demon House,
I turned it off halfway through. I was so excited for that too, because I'd heard so much about that. Because I'm from the area. My dad grew up in Gary, Indiana. That's where it happened. And when we watched, I was just like,
it was taking advantage, you know,
dude.
like whatever. Laura Ann says Bagel bites ducks.
He does.
This is really annoying. Just circling the drain.
Yep. I don't know who's gonna get out first. Looks like Chunkster, Glitchgrim, Cashew, and Laura Ann were the first ones out. The track diverges, and we're all gonna launch into this thing that you can use to tan yourself if you're on a rooftop. You remember how like everyone that like laid out to tan back in the 90s in a sitcom or a movie had those like visors, those threefold silver visors for reflecting the sun onto them?
Winter Soldier says, are y'all going to get the Mars Donut? What is the Mars Donut?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Ghost Dunk just hit a bunch of speed boosts after Chunkster slowed down, so they are way in the lead right now, and they fell off the edge.
Ginseng Joe says, I'll admit some of my jokes and humor is totally coming from you guys. I say yo dogs unironically now.
That's awesome. Tiny Dancer Nation took a shortcut, but then Amelia P was like, fuck your shortcut, I have a shortcut. And I believe Amelia P just launched themselves in the first place and are going to take the victory at 1 minute and 54 seconds, shattering Perlar's record. Congratulations. If Tiny Dancer Nation makes it through, which they have, Robin Gracefield just fell off, so that's awesome.
Fuck you.
Tiny Dancer Nation going to take second place.
Cashew says, I haven't been able to make it in time for the stream, but glad you remember me.
We're
glad you remember us. Ghost Dunk says, better to burn out than fade away.
For who?
I don't know. That's just what it says. I'm just reading.
I'm last place. I'm way back there. So.
Well, you're definitely gonna.
Kayla Ray Reed's is gone forever.
Launched.
Not really. You'll be back next race, hopefully. Does it look like a face?
Quanclope says I missed the race. Well, please join us for the next one.
We will have a second race.
Emanon says, how many keychains have you sent out? I have 4. What was the last one? So the last one was Krampus. So we have Mothman, the Wendigo, and Krampus, right? Is there another one in there? Mothman?
I definitely came in last.
Mothman, the Wendigo, Krampus. You have 4. What's the 4th one? I don't know. I haven't sent out the Nessie ones yet, I don't think. I don't know.
Amelia P wins and gets 8 points for that race. Congratulations, Amelia. Please type an exclamation point merch. Click on that link. Then go to Robin's Kawaii Corner, find any Scaryish themed sticker, and then email us, storytime@scaryish.com, and say, here's where you can send it. Here's the design I want, and we will send it.
Oh, the Demon Skull one. That is the Demon Horns one. Yeah, that's what Glitch was saying. I was like, yes, the skull. I was like, what?
Tiny Dancer Nation moves up to 10 points on the season. I'm only going to read double digits. Danu Cakes is in the lead for the season with 13 points, and no one else has cracked it, although Ginseng Joe is close with 8. So let's go ahead and start voting on our second and final race of the night. It's so funny how when I try and talk, you have all these things to say, and when I'm done talking, she doesn't say anything.
ASB Bunny says, I never got the skull. That one was a very long time ago. The skull one was. I don't even remember from when it was.
From whence it came.
It was before all the cryptids designs. Way before. That's why I totally did not even remember it existed. It's actually for sale. If you want to get the Horn Demon one, it's for sale on the Etsy right now. ASB Bunny says, I have been a patron for ages, though. I will add one to the spring package. I'll add a Horn Demon keychain in there for you.
Get lots of notifications, and it seems like it's only when we're on the air. I just got a notification from someone I know from high school, and it's a message on LinkedIn, and it says, like, we're hiring. And, they just wind up sending that to, like, all their contacts or whatever. And they're a CPA now. And she was the worst person I've ever seen in my entire life at math. And now they're a CPA.
What's a CPA?
A certified public accountant.
Oh. ASB Bunny says, it's okay, O'Blind. No, because you have been a patron for ages. I don't know. I wish I should write down when I send things out, and I never do. And maybe I should start a fucking Excel sheet.
New head of marketing.
Oh, God. But no, I can add it in there.
For a lot of things, so.
Yeah. Ugh. My brain don't work, man.
I understand it says, ooh, up to 7,000 points. Just 2,000 more points till you guys have to chug your drinks at the start of the show.
Ugh. I hope it's not on a day that I have, like...
hard liquor.
Yeah.
Hard liquor. Not just, like,
not soju. Like, actual, like, oof.
Right now, the track that's in the lead is Devil's Chaos 2. We'll let it scroll by and see how many folks have voted for it. And then we're going to go with it. Cool. Good stuff. It's been a good show. It's running a little bit long. I hate it when she does that. All right, we're up to...
It's only 8.
It's 8:06. We're usually off the air by 8.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Robin's been forcibly making the shows longer and longer for some reason. So.
For some reason, I always thought that we're at 8:30 generally.
Nope. Devil's Chaos 2 is definitely going to be the track we're racing. Its average time is 3 minutes and 51 seconds. It's a long track. Record time is 1:57. For Spooky Friends in particular, though, we do it in 3:46, and M Meadows has the record with 2:49. So let's go ahead and jump into
Emanon says it's 11:06 here on the East Coast.
3 hours ahead.
And I bet it's freezing. I wore a long coat today, and it was only 60 degrees.
All right, exclamation point play.
I can't even imagine living in those places where it's just negative degrees right now. Fudge. And that doesn't even include wind chill.
Man, where I'm from, like, if it was like 15 degrees, the wind chill could very realistically be in negative degrees very, very quickly. Like, super easy. So, seeing those fucking temperatures in Texas, though, it's scary. I feel very bad for folks that have not ever had to deal with that, especially, like, the extreme cold, and their infrastructure is just not built to handle it. Yeah. And, I know it's happened before.
You're not taught, though, how to handle it, too, like, growing up.
I mean, there's not plows, there's not salting on the roads, there's not, like, any of the things that you do to, like, winterize your homes typically done, in the Midwest is not done there.
It's funny when it was really cold out here, and maybe it was going to be 32 degrees, really? Right?
Overnight.
Yeah, overnight.
Middle of the night, it was supposed to drop below freezing, and everyone's like,
you got to wrap your pipes.
Empty your pipes, blah, 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 blah. I told this person I worked with, I was like, I have lived here for 10 years. I've never once blown the water out of my fucking pipes. Like, not once. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. I made my husband do it the other day. I'm like, well, he's going to be pissed because he totally did not need to do that. And then their landscaper showed up and turned their water back on, and he screamed at the landscaper because he's like, why would you do that? I just got done cleaning the system out. And he was like, you just don't do that in Vegas. All right. Who said, was it Quan Clopes that said they missed the first race? Did you get in?
Yep. IMB Trainer says, I feel I need to send some pics on Discord for Robin to see what my farm is currently buried under. I'd be down to see. I love seeing snow and seeing those idyllic landscapes. And I think Darling Deer from Norway, right? They said that they were going to post some pictures in our Discord, too, of what their snowy landscape looks like.
Okay. I don't think we've raced this one very frequently, but it is very devil-oriented, very hell-esque. Right now, Tandy Dance Nation, Actually Phazon, and Cursed Wolf are all fighting it out for first place. There's a fucking pitchfork at the end of it. And then the Devil's Head. Glitch Grim says, this is too scary for me, along with Actually Phazon, and jumps off the edge. Cursed Wolf is now alone in first place. Lots of people are circling to try and
Glitch
drop
says,
down.
I'm tired of snow now. I'm good.
I like living in a place where I can go visit snow on the mountain, and decent amount of snow, go sledding, skiing, snowboarding if I want to.
When we went to go see the snow last time with the doggos,
drive home.
It was still 60-something degrees up there.
Yeah.
It was warm.
Winter Soldier and Daniel Cakes have both fallen off. Cursed Wolf is still in first place, and they're heading straight for the reverse button. Oh, wow, they ran over it and it didn't work. Kaylery Reeds has now fallen off as well. I'm trying to chase down Cursed Wolf.
Oh, Ginseng says, go Devils.
Tiny Dancer Nation has flown off the edge of the
They're
world.
an ex-ASU student. I didn't know they're...
Sun Devils.
Ah, gotcha.
I always think, when it's the Devils, I think New Jersey. That's their hockey team.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it because of the Jersey Devil?
Probably.
What?
But
That's cool.
Look, you can actually even see my mouse down here. There's just something going on. I'm going to restart my computer. Cursed Wolf is still in first place. Ginseng Joe is trying to chase them down. I'm watching dinner and myself as well.
Pew, pew, pew.
Whoever gets in the hole first wins, basically.
No, is it?
Well, you got to go through hell still. There's a lot more of this track
Wow,
left
this
to go.
map is long.
Basically, it's like
It says
miniature
we've done
golf.
this map before. Meadows is literally
Yeah,
like...
I read all that off already.
But how? How? I've never seen this.
I think I've seen it one time. If you basically are able to somehow make it in the very unlikely hole, just like in miniature golf, you take a shortcut. So right now, Cursed Wolf is still in the lead, but me and Ginseng Joe are really trying to take the other way to get ahead. I think we're about to get launched. I don't know where it's going to go. Cursed Wolf is in a really long... It looks like a suspension spring. And I'm going to get spit out by this tall snake. And...
Snake.
Drop down into another round funnel. Emanon says, you know what, I'm done with the game.
Oh my gosh.
Along with Ginseng Joe. Oh, Ginseng Joe took that shortcut I've been talking about. Somehow found its way down there. Robin did as well.
Whoop, whoop.
And there's Meadows' Ghost Ball showing us the winning time, which will probably not be broken.
Whoa.
Did Wolf fall off? No, Cursed Wolf is still in that really long coil, so... Let's just come
This
down
is
here.
a really nuts map.
Ginseng Joe and I'm What's for Dinner are really fighting it out. Robin and I are literally neck and neck, just running into each other.
Just how I like it.
I was going to say, if we actually race, that's what would happen. Except Robin will be trying to poke me in places I don't want to be poked, and I would be running her off the road, because that's how I race. All right, I made it down first. I'm chasing down What's for Dinner now.
Whoa. Oh.
Are you awing because I did well?
No.
Chunkster91 has fallen off
The
as
blade
well.
caught I'm What's for Dinner as they were like going through.
God damn it,
yeah!
Robin! Robin takes the
Yeah,
win.
boy.
The peasants rejoice. I will take second, which means I'm What's for Dinner takes third place and the prize. Congratulations, and we will watch as everyone else trickles in and tries to make it before the blue wave of death approaches and eliminates everyone. Hailstorm and...
Ghost Dunk
Amelia
says
P.
rigged.
That's funny.
Because we both won first and second.
It's rigged because Robin won. Stop the count. All right,
What the
Scrippery comes in
shit?
sixth.
That's
It's just a
fucked up.
fun thing to yell. Ghost Dunk comes in ninth.
That must be why so many people were yelling.
Hailstorm's going to come in 10th. And I think everyone else is going to finish out and collect some points. Actually, if you're below 10th, you don't collect any points. But you'll be able to hang on to your pride as long as you finish the track and don't get killed by the blue wave of death.
You know what sounds real good? Coffee.
Feel free to make some. This is what Robin does. You know what sounds great? This thing I want you to make for me. That's what she's really saying. She's not announcing that she's going to make some and do I want some. She's announcing like, I would really like you to make this for me.
I love coffee.
Love me. I'm the one making the coffee.
Love me. Pick
All right.
me.
Robin goes up to
Choose
8
me.
points in the season. I'm at 9. Again, I'm What's for Dinner takes home the prize. Congratulations. We went to send my address. I still haven't done my one for my last sticker. So just double up, send the address, let us know.
Yeah, choose which designs you want. There's so many options out there.
Despite not finishing, Daniel Cakes is still in the lead for the season with 13 points, and Tiny Dancer Nation is in second with 10. So good stuff,
My
folks.
face
Thank you
feels
for
so
joining
dry.
us. What is so dry?
My face. Whenever I put makeup on, I can just tell that it's so dry. I also got new eyeliner. Woo woo! Because it was so dry last episode, I finally got new liquid liner. And I actually really like it. It's a brand that I've never used before, but it feels nice. It went on smooth.
Manscaped eyeliner.
No, it's still a eyeliner. I think a lot of people use it. I think it's a really common brand.
You said and then you stared very intently.
Sorry,
at the
I was
screen.
reading.
When I read, I just read it out loud.
Ginseng says, Robin, congratulations. Please send us an email with your address and we'll email your prize.
You skipped a word.
Did I say that? Oh,
No.
did I say Robin?
No. It's just a joke.
Oh.
Robin doesn't get jokes very often, folks.
No, I don't. My brain.
He's saying, Robin says, "Congratulations, Robin. Please like as if you were addressing yourself, being cute, tongue in cheek." So, anyways, IMB Trans says we didn't do a poll tonight. What poll? Do we do polls?
Oh, the things where you can get extra points.
Oh, okay, the betting. Yeah, we didn't do any of the betting tonight, which is a bummer. We will do some this weekend when we play Overcooked, the DLC, and then probably make our way into Overcooked 2.
Yeah.
Which I'm super excited about because Overcooked fucking rules. So
does Fall Guys. I'm just addicted to that game, man.
Fall Guys is fun, but I just don't like being sabotaged by people. So it's really hard for me to play Fall Guys, like concentrating on trying to win and having someone be like...
I just want a crown.
Anyone just so deliberately connected to the idea that if I'm not going to win, I'm going to sabotage someone else.
Glitch says hashtag fish and chip.
Drives me fucking crazy. Fish and chip. That was... The Overcooked stream is one of my favorite streams we've ever done. It was so much fun. Funny. And we just had like that thrilling ending too, which was super awesome. Yeah,
so if you folks want to watch that, that's on YouTube. Our Overcooked stream, we beat the game in one session. So... you can watch the game from beginning to end. I believe it's in our live play playlist, and if not, you can just go to our uploads. Live play? Let's Plays. Okay. You can go into our uploads and just find it because it was a couple of weeks ago. So super fucking fun. All right, we're going to go ahead and move into a new outro that I'm going to have to make up and ad-lib on the spot. Why? So, what? Why? Because I'm not going to say thank you to everyone who sent in their stories. Because no one sent in their stories. Gotcha. All right. All right, and that is the end of Pastatime. We're calling it Pastatime, right? Pastatime #1. Some fiction for your noodles. Indeed. Get it? So, yes, because pasta, noodles, brain, noodles, I'm guessing. That's your pun, right? I got it on the most basic level. Don't people call your brain your noodle? Sure. I think they do. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going with this outro. Thank you to everyone who joined us. We sincerely hope that you had a good time. We really do like reading these creepypastas, so we're really excited to be doing it. If you have a favorite creepypasta or you want to suggest one, someone also brought up while we were doing the live show, if we're going to include SCPs, we absolutely are in the future. If you want to say, hey, this is the story I would love to see you folks read, or if you want to say, hey, here's an SCP I really like, you can let us know by hitting us up on any of our social medias. You can also send us stories that have actually happened to you. You don't have to send us like pastas. You can send us actual real life stories, which we will continue to tell on Storytime. And either way, for the time being, you can go ahead and email storytime@scaryish.com. I am going to come up with a different email address for the creepypastas in case you want to submit your own short story or something that you have written, keeping it appropriate and making sure we can read it on the air. Don't make anything like too gruesome or gross. Robin will probably read it on her own and be like, I loved it. No, but for real, if you guys want to send us something, we have stuff that's been submitted to us before that we just sort of read for fun. And we're like, it'd be cool if we could read this on the show, but Storytime is such a different vibe that kind of led us to creating this. So when we have that email address, I will let you folks know what it's going to be. But if you want to just message us, you can tweet us at Scaryish Pod. You can Insta us at Scaryish Podcast on Instagram, or you can hit us up on Facebook. Facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. We would love to hear from you. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so? You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. At $1, you get ad-free episodes. Who doesn't love ad-free episodes? They're great. There's also physical merch tiers, things like that. You can check it out. Check out old stuff that we've offered people. There's polls. You can take polls and help us choose topics. There's a lot of stuff. There are exclusive Storytime episodes on there, I think. Or maybe there's one when we went to the Winchester. Yeah, there's one. And if you don't like the whole monthly donation setup, you can also do one-time donations if you go on over to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. All your donations go to upgrading our studio setup and kind of making more merch and more offerings for everyone and kind of keep us going, give us more time to do stuff. It's great. In the grand scheme of me putting Easter eggs at the end of the episode to see who actually listens this far, I will let you folks know that we hit our donation goal for the month of February over there on our stream, and that means I will be shaving down to a monkey tail beard so that I can look like an asshole for Storytime number 158, I think it's going to be, next week. So look forward to seeing you with ridiculous facial hair and seeing Robin cringe the entire time, and we'll probably post to our social medias as well as I shave down and go through the process of turning my facial hair into what looks like a tail that wraps around my mouth. So thank you to everyone who donated to that as well. And yeah, that has been Pastatime #1. So Robin, go ahead and sign us out. You know what makes this really funny is we say, keep on creeping on because pasta, creepy pasta. Keep on creeping on. Get it? That's a thing.
Bye.